Yes, yes, yes! Ha ha ha! Welcome to the channel. This is Nas, and today I have a video about some of the best covers in my manga collection. Okay, and me and my niece, we've been racking our brain for a while, debating which one is better. We pretty much looked at all of these volumes. That I got like 600 volumes. Okay, so you can at least I would. It's like I was like a little kid at a candy store. I would pick everything, but we had to dwindle it down. There are some biases. Obviously, there's no subjective. I mean, yeah, you could be subjective with art a little bit, but the point is, we love looking at some of these covers, and it can change on any given date. But so we have a pile here where we agreed on. So there is like, how many volumes are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 volumes that we both agreed were good looking, so that we both agreed on. And then there's 5 that are my own tastes that I thought were like, good looking covers, so like the best of the best, the cream of the crumb. And then there were 5 that she picked herself. There was one we fought over, but she took it from me by force, obviously. So you know what? Let's just enjoy this coziness and gaze at some of these volumes. I'm gonna talk about some of the ones that I actually adore. Some of them are super biased, but I just like the way they look. I don't know, it speaks to me. So we're gonna talk about that. Some of them are new, some of them have been old in my collection for a while. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is this one here, the Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt Volume 4. This volume, for me, it just like encompasses the whole series. There's metal, and even the character facing the other way, walking away, walking towards machine, and his body, his legs are made of machine, his hands are, kind of like amputated, and they're machine. It's the design itself, the way it looks, the colors, the way they pop, and they're on the coast of a bay, and it just looks neat. And I'm surprised. So this was, top 5 here. They're not in any order, the 5 that I picked. This one was just a more recent addition, and I don't know, the way he looks, the design of the crown that he's wearing, and Shaman King, pretty much most of them have good covers. I think the color scheme speaks to me. The palette just it speaks values. It like just pops out for me. Now, Noragami, Nora Rise of the Value, Nokai Clan, the first volume. I can pick a lot more from this because I only have like 4 volumes from this series, but I just like the design of the brush strokes in the back there, kind of the smoke. It's like cloud painting, and man, it's neat. It's a clean finish. Whereas Ajin Volume 3 here, there are a lot of other ones that are more colory, that pop out more, but this just with the character, the way the posture is, and then the tone, like the dimness, it just speaks volume towards the series. So I think it like connects with how I understand the series. So that's probably why it pops out for me, and I'm choosing that one over a variety of other ones that have more color, that have like a little bit more pristine. There were other ones. When it comes to Ajin, you could pick a lot of them, but this one was kind of like the one. It was between this one and a few other ones that I was thinking about. And now we're gonna go to the final one again. I always like looking at it again as volumes, but I thought this one was my favorite. I don't know, like I said, the yellow covers, the hair, and the man just singing. It's just cool, all in all. Fresh and sweet. So now, let us talk about the ones that we both agreed upon, right? These are the staples. These are the ones when you have the manga or the spines, out. The one of the volumes that would be out of the, facing out. So for Blade of the Immortal, a few of them, but I don't know. This is kind of like iconic for me. When I think of Blade of the Immortal, I just think of this with Win, and man, look at that. The blades. It just speaks volume with the whole design, with the wording, and it's just it. Yeah, this looks nice. So this one we agreed. Now another one that we always agree, no matter what, is Char Aznable on this right here, Volume 5 of the Mobile Suit Gundam, the Thunderbolt. Char Aznable. It's the color, the way he looks. I don't know, for some reason this one is always, we agree on this. Like if everything else goes, this one is probably the ones that we agree on the most. Me and my niece, I think. The way it's the militariness, the design, and then the colors. He's fading into the red. Char Aznable as a character is the antagonist. I think he kind of takes over he overshadows the main character in the series, pretty much. This one, I picked this one, but we both agree on it. Megas of the Library. Wow. This right here is like a diamond, or this is just jewelry, all in all. The glass, the pictures in the glasses. It's very, very scientific and very like archaic in nature, with with an aesthetic of a lot of jewels. It's just, my goodness, was this painted? Was this, what is this? Like fiberglass or something like that. Oh, this next one is gruesome, but it speaks volumes too. Any volume from actually Happiness is the guy just does his color palettes, especially with even Flowers of Evil. There are other ones that you can pick out of there, but this one, I don't know, it's just very grotesque. It's the white and the blood and the innocence, kind of like the nakedness, and then just the white plus the blood. It's like too drasticness. There's like a measure of, and it's a splatter, and the character just dazed out of it, and in the back too. So it's kind of like the juxtaposition. I don't know. It was cool. So this one we picked out of Happiness because we were gonna pick a volume out of Happiness always. Yo, Karu Mori does it always, but I think this one pops the most out of her, and the amount of detail that she pays attention to the clothing. Just look at that. This is like an Arabic rug, okay? One of those carpets in the Arabian Nights. Wow. I don't know, for some reason I just like the design. It's fashionable. This one is the most recent edition. We just got this recently and we had to get it mainly. Right here. Rohan spoke. Man, look at that. This is like one of those, you just pretty much plaster it on the wall and let it sit there. You don't even have to read this, okay? You can just get it for the sake of the cover. And I don't say that a lot about other series besides, so. Rohan, Thus Spoke Rohan Volume 1. I think there's going to be another volume. But the man is flamboyant. The flamboyance is what speaks. And with that, that's kind of the ones that we agreed upon. In the next segment, my niece is going to talk about hers. So she's going to come in with Hanjutsu style and showcase some of her stuff. So there you go.
Hello everyone, and I'm going to be doing my top 5 manga covers. Now, unlike my uncle's, mine is going to be in an order. It's going to be an order list, so I'm going to be starting from 5, 4, all the way up to the first. So, starting with our 5th volume here, we have is Magi, volume 24. Now, Magi, don't get me wrong, it has amazing covers, but this one, I just like the way that he's staring at you. He knows you're there. He knows you're reading. And also different blues, the way that the setting complements his clothes, the different shades, the way he's holding his 2 staff. He has one here, and you don't even notice the second one, which is really nice. I didn't see after like a few times of just looking at this cover itself. I also like, you see his glasses. I don't know, it just really complements this. Overall, it just all goes meshed together very well. Now, going on to volume 4, or 4 on the list, which is Call of the Night. Now, with this series, this is on my shelf. It's actually facing forward, so this is one of the volumes that's showing. Now, with this one, what I like most is the Call of the Night, the way that it complements itself with the moon, her posture, herself, the smoke that's coming outward, and it just called to me, just like the Call of the Night. And really, it just speaks for itself, honestly. Now, going to top 3 on the list, we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 11 with our man Nanami Kento here. Now, what's so special about this one is the art style is just much different compared to the other manga volumes. So you see the anatomy of his hand, the way that it's drawn, it's much, much different. Also the brush strokes, you can see every single little detail about his skin, his veins, the way it pops out. His arm, it complements the way that his shirt is, it complements the background, it all just goes well together. And also we're matching watches, which is pretty cool, I think, in my own way. So this one is also facing outwards, just like the Call of the Night that I showed before, and it just really complements itself. Now, going on to the second on this list, we have is Naoki Urasawa's 20th Century Boys Volume 8. Now, even though I haven't read this series, I've known a lot about this character, and I really, really, really like the way that these different pastels, these different grains, the different types of textures, it all just meshes well together. And I also like this little design that he has on his face. I'm not sure if it's an eye, a hand, whatever it may be, it really complements itself. Now, moving on from this volume, we have the legendary volume, the first, the best cover, in my opinion. Me and my uncle have debated about this, and Vinland Saga Volume 4. Now, with this volume, there's much to say. If you've seen Vinland Saga, then you know that this crown, this sword, it all has value, right? And I also love the way that the blue or the yellows, the bright yellows, the oranges, the way that he's standing, his posture out. He knows he's the best. He knows that if he's in a fight, you're gonna die. And even though it doesn't look like, you know, it has much to it, it really does. And if you ever like at a Barnes & Noble, at a bookstore, make sure to try to make a good look at this when you get there. Now, on that note, I'll be leaving. Thank you very much.